Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of
The Moss Podcast.
My name is Manny.
And I'm Shawn.
We're happy to have you with us today. Yeah.
Welcome back to our loyal fans.
Our loyal fan base, our OGs, our new peeps. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
That was a weird intro, but I think it sounded good.
Okay.
You know, I was telling myself when we fuck up. I was like, that's not how we usually start. But anyways.
It's fine. We're here.
We had a ghost. We had a ghost incident just a couple of minutes ago, and we're a little frazzled.
I don't think it was a ghost. I think it was my sleeve.
I think it was a ghost. Kenji ran away. He started running very fast to the room. I think it was a ghost.
Kenji is our dog for you. For those of you who don't know.
Yeah. I think it was a ghost.
I was setting up the camera and I went to play back the little test footage and I saw like a shadow in the corner of the frame. And I was like, what is that? Mm-hmm. And so I took the camera off the tripod and we watched it. It's hard. I don't know.
It's a ghost. Kenji ran. It's a ghost. Dogs can see things.
Where do we get a ghost from?
I don't know. Maybe they just passing through.
Okay. Do they do that?
I don't fucking know. Let's. Does anybody out there mess with that kind of stuff that can, maybe be a feature of our podcast?
I actually don't want to know about it.
I just want to know about it. I don't want you doing anything in my house. There's a difference.
No, just like I will never play with the Ouija board because I feel like you're just inviting trouble. Yeah,
I don't even understand why they sell those at Walmart.
They sell it in the children's section.
Protect the children.
It's for kids.
Protect the kids. You see? You want to protect the kids from drag queens, but you don't want to protect the kids from a Ouija board that can release a anomaly or a dangerous spirit into your house.
This is true. I don't know. That whole thing is weird to me.
I actually didn't know they sold that in a store.
Yes.
It wasn't until you told me. I was like, I'm sorry, what? I looked it up and I'm like, oh shit, it's like $20 at Walmart.
I remember we went to Target and I feel like we went down the toy aisle because we were doing a game night or something and they had Ouija boards.
I don't remember.
And I'm just like, why do we just sell these? Whatever.
Anyways, so how have you been? How's your week going?
I'm good. My week has been very good. I've been working some projects for work and getting through those challenges.
Nice.
But there's light at the end of the tunnel. But
there always is.
Health-wise, I've been pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Had to go visit the dentist this week.
So did I.
But besides that, it's been good. This past weekend, we went to Orlando, hung out with the fam, celebrated my sister's birthday, went to a show, a ballet recital. It was good. It was fun.
Good times.
Hanging with the fam. It had been a while. Yeah. We go on periods of like back to back to back, and then it's like,
and then you take a break.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so welcome back to the pod. We're happy to have you here.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride to all our LGBTQ
IA plus
community allies.
And everybody in between.
I guess. So before we jump into the issue on the table today, we asked you on Instagram what y'all wanted to see. And y'all some nosy motherfuckers. Y'all rated personal stories as number one. It was like 70%.
Personal stories.
But they're PG-13, so. But anyways, though, we like to share. We like to share about our life. And then
wait, did you put anything that they would be PG-13?
I sure did.
Oh, okay.
It's the internet after all. But anyways, it was 70% personal stories, and then I think it was like 40% trivia.
Okay.
And people don't want to hear anything about politics. So don't say shit.
All right.
About politics.
Well, I'm glad I didn't go one way with my corner this week.
So let us mosey on into the issue on the table this week.
Yay!
Let's get it. Well, here we are. Welcome. Oh shit, my microphone. I'm gonna fuck everything up.
Oh my God.
I'm trying not to cuss as much, but we're not doing very good. Here we are at the issue on the table. This cable is just bad news standing here. It really is.
You gotta get you some cable management over here.
We do. We need some cable. If you're not listening to it or you're not watching us on YouTube, you're probably like, what the hell is happening? If you're on YouTube, you saw me practically almost rip the microphone off the stands.
Look, y'all, this setup is not ideal, but we are working with what we have for now until some Amazon orders come through and things start getting a little better.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, this is working, I think.
We need 500 subscribers on YouTube and go.
Oh, yes. If you have not subscribed to YouTube, I know we usually get to this bit at the end of the show, but if you have not, go ahead and go to youtube.com/@Mouse Podcast and subscribe. We already have a couple of videos on there. We already have a couple of video pods.
So here we are, the issue on the table, and per usual, we go off course like tangents.
It's the banter.
It's the banter. So we thought a personal story would be how we met. We do get this question a lot.
And then we take turns telling it.
Yeah.
Because
it's gotten shorter over the years.
It has. Well, I guess it depends on who's telling it. If they're drunk or if they're tired or if they don't feel like telling it. Like it just goes. But we're going to give you the full complete story today.
We got to keep this podcast under an hour.
Okay, we can tell this story in under an hour.
Picture it.
Picture it. Tampa, Florida.
2004.
3. We're off to a great start.
It was late 2003, I think.
Yes.
So picture it. Late 2003, the beautiful Tampa, Florida.
World famous.
I just moved here to go to school. A funny story. I went to a Burger King when I first moved to Tampa. And I moved from Orlando, and I went to a Burger King, and I was like, I placed my order. I go up to the drive-thru. I pull out my debit card, and she's like, we don't take this. And I said, excuse me? She's like, we don't do debit cards. And I'm like,
I'm sorry, what?
She's like, do you want to go get cash and come pick your order back? And I'm like,
I said, I sure
don't. I found somewhere that took a debit card. But that just goes to show you how boring Tampa was when we moved here.
I mean, sure. I moved here at the end of 99 from North Carolina. And I did so to go to art school here. And it was a shock to me because I've never lived in a big city. I was from a very small town with a very small population. So being in Tampa was like mind-blowing for me.
I was like, y'all dragging behind Orlando. You don't take no debit card at the Burger King. But anyways, back to what we were going to talk about.
2003.
Look, you got like 3 additional stories right there.
Sure.
So 2003, for those of you who are young and part of the LGBTQ community, this is before, Grindr.
Before the apps.
Before all them apps.
There was just...
You actually had to sit in front of your computer and type www.gay.com.
It was the day and age of AIM, Yahoo Messenger, those fun times when it was a chat room and you get ASL ?
Age, sex, location.
Oh my God. I remember going into a chat room and that's the first thing people say.
I block people. I'm like, fuck you.
And it was crazy because if you think it's bad, on the apps where people don't put a picture or whatever, back then,
nothing.
You just had a screen name.
And that was it.
You could be talking to a 68-year-old man in Cincinnati and not even know it.
Yeah, I mean, at least in the main rooms, but there were localized rooms.
There were, but that doesn't stop. Anybody could go in them.
True. Anyway, so yeah, skate.com. Who hit up who? I don't remember.
I actually don't remember either.
We're gonna say it was him.
Me?
Yeah, clearly it was you.
It probably wasn't me because I really wasn't into like clicking on people and then starting private conversations. Most of the time, people would IM me.
Really? No, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you IM me first.
It doesn't matter. So we got to talking on there.
Type.
And I want to say that we were pretty like regular with chatting on there.
Yep, and then we decided to move to Yahoo, I think.
Yeah, to Yahoo chat.
So we moved to Yahoo Chat. You know, people used to have Yahoo emails.
Yahoo.
I know some people still have Yahoo emails. I don't know
it's
why.
Still around.
Get you a Gmail. So we moved to AOL or Yahoo, and we probably talked almost every night.
We did. It was just like getting to know each other, and it was really easy to talk to him.
Thank you.
And I don't know, I guess like going to school, like I had friends, but like no one knew I was gay. I lived with
Wait, what? You're gay?
Shut up. The school that I was with, they put us in housing, and so I had 3 other roommates. One of which I found out was gay, and I should have known. Well, I mean, we all kind of questioned him.
Okay, not the point. We shouldn't be trying to out.
It's a different story. We weren't trying to out him, but like there were things.
Okay, move on. That's another personal story.
It is another personal story. But yes, I have friends here, and one of my closest friends at that time, I won't name him just because I don't know if he wants to be named on a podcast. But we wound up moving in together after school, and that's when I like had my own room. I had my own space, and I could chat or whatever with nobody being all up in my business. And that's when I got onto gay.com and messaged whoever messaged
You messaged me. There you go. He admitted it.
And then switched over to Yahoo Messenger. So
Yahoo.
during this time, like I would, like he said, we would talk every night just about. And then one day it was just like he wasn't there.
Gone. Like a ghost, I'll be gone.
He was gone, and I didn't know what happened to him. There wasn't a goodbye. There wasn't a see you later. There wasn't I'm moving to Ohio. Like nothing.
Zero.
And
Zip.
so I was left to wonder, like, oh my God, like I hope he get murdered or something. Or
You struggled for a very long time with my disappearance, right?
okay, struggle is a strong word. Like I hadn't met you in person. Like we had only
You hadn't.
Ooh, thanks for correcting me.
Well, I mean, it's a very integral part of the story.
Fine. I hadn't met him yet. So it was just a chat thing. So I was like, okay, well, I don't know what happened to him. I got to move on with my life. And that's what I did. And I had started talking to other people
How
and
rude.
started dating someone. Dating, I'm doing air quotes for you who are not watching the YouTube video. He was cool, someone to get to know, and we had actually met in person. And we were taking things slow, and I was just getting to know him. And I feel like somewhere around this time, you pop back up on Messenger. And then I don't remember how long it was that you were gone. Do you? Because I tell people like it was like a year, but maybe it wasn't that long.
It's somewhere around a year, I think.
Yeah.
Or less.
It was
I'm
a
not
long
sure.
time.
It was 2024. 2023.
2024.
2003. Oh my gosh.
It was a substantial amount of time
2004.
that you were not on not on Yahoo,
Yahoo!
not in the chat.
No, girl, I took my life and I turned it around.
And this was like, I don't want to say before cell phones because cell phones were a thing, but this was before everybody had a cell phone.
You had nights and weekends.
Right.
Your nights and weekends, the only time you could talk to people, free text and data after 7.
Right. It was those times.
If you paid the extra dollars, if not, it was 9 o'clock.
Oh my God. Yeah. So it wasn't like we exchanged numbers or anything, or I could text him or any of that kind of thing. But one day when I hopped onto Yahoo Messenger, there you were.
There was, and we said hello.
Now tell the people what happened.
And I said hello.
Hello.
Well, I had moved out of where I was living, and I moved in with my best friend, and we could not afford the internet. Yeah, I just didn't have internet, so I couldn't. It's not like an app where it's on your phone. You couldn't just log into it and keep conversation going.
No, internet was much different then.
Yeah. I just happened to have been, I think I went somewhere with my best friend, roommate at the time, and I got access to internet. So I logged on to Yahoo, not gay.com, because public internet, right? And you hit me up, and we're like, we should probably exchange numbers now.
Yeah, because by this point, like, I did have a phone. You had a phone. So.
I mean, I always had a phone.
Oh.
But I think it was a different period of time where, like, you didn't quickly just give somebody your cell phone number.
That too, because in the beginning, like, of cell phone, it was kind of like the beginning of the internet. Like, it's the Wild Wild West. Like, you don't know who people are.
Right.
You don't know who you're really talking to. Sure, I can talk to you online and then exchange numbers with you, but I'm still not quite sure who you are.
Right. So different time, but we exchanged numbers nonetheless, and we were both actually seeing somebody at the time. Mm-hmm. Well, I wouldn't call mine seeing somebody, but anyways, that's another personal story. So we exchanged numbers. We actually met up, didn't we?
Yes. So
we at a club.
We decided to go to Club Chambers, which is no longer.
Correct. I don't think it was called Club Chambers. But
okay. What was it called? Just Chambers?
I thought it was just Chambers.
But it
doesn't
club,
matter.
Right?
Moving on.
It was a club though, right?
So we went to Chambers and we met up there. Shawn thought he was going to be cute and he wore a tank top. It was a little bit cold.
It was winter-ish time.
It was a little cool. You know, it is definitely not tank top weather.
Look, I was meeting someone and I wanted to make a good first impression.
And then he got sick.
As most gays do. You want to look your best.
And then he got sick.
And so I had this really nice Sean John jersey. And I wore it with nothing underneath because, hey, we're going to the club. It's going to be hot and sweaty in there,
you
right?
Want to show his titties.
And, you know, I went in. We had a good time dancing. I met Amanda for the first time.
Yes.
Which Amanda can be a lot meeting her the first time, especially when she's being protective over her friend.
She was my bodyguard.
She was. Like, I remember when we left the club and she was talking to me outside and she kind of pushed me up against the wall.
This was later though, because we were still both seeing people. So it wasn't.
No, that happened that night.
Oh.
That happened that night.
Okay.
Because after we went outside, after we were about to go home, we went outside to talk for a bit. And, you know, she kind of, I don't want to say grilled me, but kind of grilled me. And yes, we were both seeing some people at the time. Some people.
We were seeing somebody.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're dragging this out.
Go ahead.
This is why I hate telling this story. It just lasts. It feels like it goes on for days.
It doesn't, but go ahead.
So anyways, that was the night. We continued on. I said a couple weeks later, I broke up with the trash that I was with. Ooh. And then I think you did the same.
I did.
And then we went on a date. This we do remember. It was in February, right? No, it was not in February. It was in May. My bad. We went to see
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
We went to Starbucks and then we went to go see Mean Girls.
We went to Starbucks and we went to see Mean Girls, and that was our first date.
It was.
And funny story, a couple of years ago, 2020,
Yes.
We won free tickets to go see Mean Girls.
The musical.
The musical. That's why I was thinking February, because we went in February to see it. So it was kind of funny that we went back to see it.
It was cool. It was like a full circle moment.
Yeah. It's like, I like our first date. And the world was coming to an end around us in 2020.
Pretty much.
We were just sitting there in a whole auditorium of COVID and, weren't even worried about it.
Yeah. And so 19 years later, here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah, it's been a ride, to say the least.
It's been a journey.
It's been a journey.
It's been a journey, but it's been a fun journey.
It's been a fun journey. We've learned a lot about each other. We've both changed and evolved in lots of different ways. I feel like our relationship has only gotten better. And we continue to grow to improve ourselves individually. And that also helps to improve our relationship together.
Yes. So there you go. 70% personal story, how we met. You even got some extra bonuses in there. You probably got more questions.
You probably do.
That's okay. That's the mystery of life.
And maybe someday they'll be in a different pod. Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe that'll be like Moss After Dark.
When we get to enough followers, enough subscribers, maybe we'll have those little...
We could do lives.
Those chats.
Live chats?
Yeah, little chats.
Like, hey, everybody, how you doing? Yeah, join us on live chat. As of right now, I don't know how many people would show up, so it's a lot of work.
It's fine. We're doing the best.
But that's our story time for you. Thank you, everybody who responded to our poll. We appreciate the engagement. We love the engagement on social. But we also wanted to go ahead and fit in some trivia, since some of y'all like trivia. It's gonna be LGBTQIA trivia because it is Pride Month, and we're gonna see how bad of gays we are.
How bad of gays?
Yeah, because I don't know how many of these I'm gonna get right.
Okay, I don't know what the questions are. So,
these questions are brought to you in part by ChatGPT.
Oh, we use AI for the
I
questions.
used AI. I let AI write everything.
Oh, good.
So I hope it's all correct.
This will be fine.
Yeah. So let me lean here.
Questions.
All right. The question is, what year did the Stonewall riots take place, igniting the modern LGBTQ plus rights movement?
I feel like I should know this because
It's iconic history.
it's iconic history.
Were you ever taught this in school?
No.
Yeah, neither was I.
And my God, in this day and age, they definitely won't teach it. I watched a documentary about this too. And we also talked about one of the famous transgender women during Women's History Month.
Yes, we did.
And I know this, but I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you the answer.
Wait, is it?
This is the only one I know.
It's in the 80s, right?
No.
The 70s?
You can hit that check mark.
Oh, God. What's the check mark? Oh, that's not a check mark.
1969. 1969 was the year when the Stonewall riots took place.
Okay, y'all forgive me. But how many of y'all knew that? Some of y'all are probably like, I knew it. Sorry, y'all.
You can't know it after we gave you the answer. I'm just saying. Tap it one more time.
Tap.
All right, the next question. You want to take it?
Who is considered the first openly gay elected official in the United States?
I don't know. I don't know.
I know it's not Pete.
No, it is definitely not Pete.
Oh my God. You don't know this?
I don't.
The first officially openly gay. I don't know.
Okay, well, hit that arrow.
Okay.
Wrong arrow. There you go. And the person is,
Oh, Harvey Milk. Oh,
you know, Harvey. I don't know Harvey.
Okay, it's fine.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. I told you this was gonna be hard.
He didn't pop up into my head until I saw the answer. I was like, yeah, that. Once again, there's a whole movie. Anyway.
All right, moving on.
Next
Next question. How are y'all doing out there?
We're doing terrible.
Y'all got 2 out of 0 or 0 out of 2? Because that's where we're at. Which LGBTQ activist and drag queen famously threw bricks during the Stonewall riots?
This is the woman that I was talking about. And her name kind of just came and went. It starts with an M.
5, 4.
Do you know this?
Absolutely not. 3,
Oh
2,
my God, I can see her face.
1. Hit that check.
Marsha.
Well, let's see. And the answer is Marsha P. Johnson.
Yo.
You did talk about her.
I did. Y'all, like her name came and then it went and then I saw her face in my head and it was like.
You can see who wasn't paying attention during women's history.
But I also remember this from the documentary. Like, and I think they covered her on My Favorite Murder because they did a whole thing.
My Favorite Murder podcast.
Yes. Anyway,
we're shout-outing a podcast that has millions of subscribers. That's good. Okay, we support everybody, I guess, here.
We do.
Moving on to the next question.
Which openly gay British singer-songwriter achieved worldwide success with his hits like Rocket Man
John
and Your Song? I wasn't finished reading the question, sorry. But yes, Elton John would be my answer as well.
And I hope that's right because we're Sam Smith, no? Oh, it is
Sam Smith. I don't know.
Okay, I guess there are songs there. I just went with like British singer. I'm like Elton John.
Sam Smith.
His new song with Madonna is not the business for me. I'm sorry.
I like that Unholy song now. I didn't at first.
I do like Unholy. Anyways, next question. Am I reading this or are you reading
Go ahead, you do it.
In which year did the United States Supreme Court legalize same-sex marriage nationwide? I remember. This was a very iconic year. It was during President Obama's presidency, obviously.
So was it 2016?
It's in his second term.
So 2018?
Second term. You don't know? 2015.
Oh.
2 years into his second term.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, 2, 9, 10.
Let's see what the answer is.
It was 3 years into
2015. Yeah, you were throwing me. I was like, I said 2016.
Because I said 2.
It's fine.
Girl, go all the way by. Hit the next arrow. How y'all doing out there? We have none. Well,
no, we don't. I got Marsha.
Well, I got 2015.
Okay, fine. 1-1.
So we got 1.
Who directed the Academy Award-winning film Moonlight, which I still haven't seen, which explored the experiences of a young gay black man?
Gays.
I do want to see that.
It was such bad
sitting
gays.
in my queue forever.
Okay, we're gonna watch it this weekend.
Are we?
Sure.
Directed. Who was the director on Moonlight? I feel like I should know this too.
James Blackman.
Who?
I don't know.
Was it Ryan? No, it wasn't Ryan Coogler.
Moonlight. 5, 4.
I don't know.
3. Then hit the arrow.
Did you give an answer?
I said James Blackman.
James Blackman. Barry Jenkins.
Barry Jenkins.
I'm so sorry to this man.
Maker. Man, Moonlight was a big hit when it came out. Everybody was talking about it.
I can't believe it. Like,
it's been a couple years too, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, we're bad gays.
We're gonna watch it. I hear nothing but good.
Better late than never, I guess.
I also want to see Little Mermaid. We haven't gone.
We have to go see the Little Mermaid too. Oh my goodness.
We got a lot to see.
All right. Which transgender actress made history by winning an Emmy Award for her role in the series Transparent?
Transgender actress. There's not a lot of them.
Cox.
Who?
COX? No,
Who Cox?
I can't remember the first name.
The only Cox I know is Courtney Cox, and she's not transgender.
I think I got the right last name.
Okay. I don't know Transparent.
I've never seen Transparent.
I'm gonna go with my girl from Pose, whose name I cannot. Michelle. No, not Michelle.
Okay, sir. Beep, beep,
Fine.
beep. We passed the timer.
Oh,
See, I told you. COX.
Blah.
I got the last name. I didn't get the first name.
Look,
Laverne
Cox is awesome, and I feel so bad that I could not think of her when you said that.
And he over here is casting shade, throwing stones. See, that's how 19 years work. You just put up with it.
I was thinking Courtney Cox, and I was like, Courtney Cox is not transgender. What is?
Hit the arrow button. Lord have mercy.
Who wrote the groundbreaking novel Giovanni's Room, which is considered a classic of LGBTQ plus literature? I don't know if we talked about this person during Women's History Month, because Giovanni's Room sounds familiar to me.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
All right, hit that arrow. Anybody out there know? Do you know? Are you smarter than a gay person?
Oh, James
Baldwin.
I think we did talk about James Baldwin.
We did talk about him during Black History Month.
Yes.
All right. We hope the previous information we have relayed to you on this podcast, you've been able to carry with you each and every day, because clearly we have not. Which LGBTQ plus icon famously said, "The only thing that's obscene is censorship." Now, I remember doing this one, so I'm not going to take that answer.
So you know who it is?
I know who it is, yes.
Do I know who it is?
She is a singer, and I actually just mentioned her name.
Madonna?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I was trying to think. I'm like, obscene and censorship. So it has to be somebody that has been a little provocative in their career. But sure. And she's an icon.
Icon, Madonna.
Which LGBT?
We just read that.
Oh.
Oh my God. I can't.
My bad, y'all.
I can't
I'm
make
sorry.
this more clear, y'all. The answer is in green. If you're watching it on YouTube, I'm pretty sure you're going to see it on the screen.
What LGBTQ plus rights organization was founded in 1980 by Cleve Jones and has become known for its AIDS activism? What's wrong?
I don't know the answer.
Oh. I was
And
like, did I say something?
I have a
wrong?
whole write-up about this afterwards.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Oh, God. What LGBTQ plus rights organization was founded in 1980? Organization. Oh, it's not GLAAD. What is the one where they give you like
Quilt.
awards? Quilt.
No. Hit the next. You're not even in the right space.
Is it not the human rights?
No, it is not human rights.
The Names Project Foundation, creator of the AIDS Memorial Quilt.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
You said quilt, right?
I said quilt.
Mm.
I did. I wasn't owning the organization, or that I knew the name. I remember quilt.
Fine.
So that's the end of our trivia. I got 2.
I got 2 now.
I think you did.
I don't remember what questions.
Sorry, people on YouTube seeing us lean in here. And you probably can't hear me because I ain't talk to the damn mic. I just wanted to share something about the Names Project. No.
Okay.
The Names Project Foundation is the steward of the AIDS Memorial Quilt. The quilt was conceived by gay rights activist Cleve Jones in 1985 during the annual Candlelight March in San Francisco. Jones asked participants to take place cards with the name of their loved ones who died from AIDS onto the San Francisco Federal Building. The wall of the names resembled a quilt to Jones. The quilt was first displayed on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. on October 11th, 1987, contained 1,900 panels, each inscribed with the name of a person lost to AIDS. The quilt honors the lives of people who have died of AIDS-related causes. I got lower. Okay. We definitely need a producer. The AIDS Memorial Quilt is stored in a warehouse in San Francisco when it's not being displayed. It is made up of more than 48,000 panels that memorialize over 94,000 people. The quilt weighs an estimated 54 tons.
Jesus.
The National AIDS Memorial became the quilt's permanent caretaker in November of 2019. The quilt was transported to a warehouse in London. In early 2020, the quilt's archival collection of 200,000 objects, documents, cards, and letters sent in by people from across the globe now lives in the American Folk Life Center at the Library of Congress.
Wow.
I thought it was important to share that last part because, not a lot of people know about that.
No, it is important to share that because that was a very scary time for a lot of the LGBTQ. I mean, mostly gay men, but we're all one community, and that was definitely a time where there was a lot of fears,
There was a lot of unknowns.
And people were dying left and right, and
not getting the help they needed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
our government at the time was no help.
And we're kind of still there. But anyway.
I mean, it's shifting back to there, but no politics this episode.
No politics. We promise. So we hope you've enjoyed our personal story, our LGBTQ history. Clearly, we need to do better as gay individuals.
I mean,
to know more about our own history and the people that fought for us, and now some of what they fought for. Now we're having to refight for it again, sadly. But here we are. No politics, though. That's not political. It's just a statement.
It's just a thing we're saying.
It's just a statement.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Anyways, so do you want to go into your corners?
Have we closed the issue on the table?
Do you have any more issues to talk about? Any more personal stories you'd like to tell? Here's a quick personal story. One time I went to Shawn's house on a date.
Oh my God.
And he was
talking about the chicken.
He was cooking dinner. And it was great little chicken pieces and some white rice.
They were chicken tenders?
Chicken tenders, grilled chicken tenders, except they were boiled in hot sauce.
Okay.
Not a little bit of hot sauce. Okay, boiled is the wrong word.
Yeah, I put them in water and boiled them. That's not what happened.
Anyways,
they marinated in hot sauce. It had
been marinating in hot sauce for like 4 to 5 hours. When I took a bite of the first piece of chicken, and I was so grateful for him to have cooked dinner, it was so cute. I thought I was going to die. The chicken was incredibly hot, and he was just throwing it back like it was Skittles. He thought, nom, 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 nom. And I'm sitting here like, oh my God, I have 4 pieces on my plate.
He's like, can I have some more water? It's like, sure, you all right? He's slick.
I was trying to be nice. It's still very early in the relationship. I eventually said, this shit is hot as hell. This chicken is too fucking hot. I'm sorry. It's not that it's not good. I don't do a lot of spicy. And I think you're responsible. Aren't you Puerto Rican or Latino? And I'm just like, I didn't grow up like that. Like my mom couldn't do a lot of spicy. So I'm not the Puerto Rican that can eat a lot of spicy.
Yeah, I'm from North Carolina. So growing up, I was introduced to hot sauce at a very young age. I love to learn spice.
What did he just say?
Wait, what?
You love to learn spice? That's cool.
My brain broke. I learned to love spice as I was growing up. So in my house, if you had chicken, pork chops, whatever kind of meat, you throw some sort of hot sauce on it or some sort of barbecue sauce on it. So it was nothing for me And I thought, like, hey, I'll make him like some spicy barbecue chicken for dinner. And that's all that I was thinking. Like, it didn't go through my head, like, he might not be able to handle this level of hot.
It was so, I think I had like 4 cups of water. I did kind of finish it. I just kept just drinking. It was like bite, drink, bite, drink, bite, drink. He will never live down that story. There's another one, but we'll leave that for another day.
But now you like spice.
I don't even think I can do that level of spice, though.
Okay, fine. But you now like
I like
to
a little
put hot
spice.
sauce
Just
or
a little
sriracha
spice.
on
A little
something.
spice. It's just a little,
Right.
just a little on the.
Alrighty. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to close the issue on the table.
All right, yeah, close. The issue's closed. So we walking towards your corner today?
Sure, we can come on to
All
my
right,
corner.
let's just to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. Yeah, well, you can't say left because we're in your
Corner.
corner. You can say left later.
All right, never mind. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my corner.
We have a ghost.
We don't. So I was trying to think of things to do for my corner this week, and a couple of political things had popped up, and I was like, I don't really want to do that because we're trying to make this one a fun one. So I was like, the Tesla thing happened with Ford and GM. Maybe we'll talk about that. But I was like, there's people out here that maybe don't have an EV or don't really care. So let's not talk about that.
Thank you for taking us through that mental journey of processing.
You're welcome. So here's where I landed.
Oh,
and I need you to stick with me.
Oh, stick with us, y'all.
So last week I purchased a new video game, Street Fighter 6.
Oh, I'm gonna go take a nap.
I said stick with me. You don't know where I'm going.
You got 10 seconds.
I have always been 10 seconds. I have always loved fighting games in general, but fighting games were the ones that I really loved because me and my brother would play with each other, and like it'd always be like, oh, you beat me, I beat you. Like it's a back and forth thing. And so growing up, I always had a love of them. As I got older and got more into games and had my own job and was able to buy my own consoles and my own games, I developed even more of a love for fighting games. Now, I am 42 years old.
Oh,
thank you. I know I look great. So it's been a while since I've gotten into a fighting game and been like competent and decent in it. I do play a lot of Smash, but Smash is more simplified controls, so it's a bit easier to get into. Stick with me. I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going to slap you.
okay.
So Street Fighter takes a lot of mental balance. It takes a lot of dexterity with your hands.
Dexterity. That's a $20 word.
And getting the controls and all the different movements down and right.
This is all I see.
That's butting that.
And you have to watch YouTube to see that reaction.
So I really like the look of Street Fighter 6. It is a very diverse cast of people.
That is called woke.
There's this young black girl in it who's a ninja. Her name is Kimberly. And like I fell in love with her the first time I saw her. So I was like, I really want to play this game. I really want to learn this girl. And my 42-year-old ass is going to get into this and we're going to learn it.
Yeah, do it. I mean, life goals at 42.
Don't do that. Believe me, I'm going somewhere with this. So,
because I'm tired and bored.
You're throwing me off.
Now I'm getting blamed for a bad story.
So anyway, I've been reading forums, watching YouTube videos. Last night I played for quite some time, got in there, I got a placement, and that doesn't matter to any of y'all. But what I will say is that every day I have gotten better and better and better at this game.
I see the light.
What I want to attribute this to is
$20.
I want you to not feel like you are too old to do something. or you don't have the capability that you think you have to do something, you can do whatever you put your mind to. And I want to use him as an example because he has decided to go back to school once again to get his certificate. And even though it was something that he went back and forth with doing, he ultimately decided to do it. He was unsure about it. He was unsure about a test he took recently, his paper, but getting feedback and getting his scores back, he got great grades on them. And so a lot of times we will hold ourselves back from doing something or enjoying something or trying something new because we feel like we're either too old to do it or this doesn't fit into the person that I think I am. Even though I do want to try to do this thing, do it. Life is way too short for us to have any regrets later on in life. It is one of the reasons why we travel as much as we do, because we love to travel. We love to see new places. We love to explore new places. And we want to do that while we're young and spry.
Some of us are younger.
Whatever. But yeah, my corner, I just want to reiterate, like, if there's something that you want to do, don't let age or fear or whatever it is hold you back from at least trying to do it. And then when you try, don't give up on the first time. Because it's easy for us to get into something, to try it, and we fail at it, or we think we fail at it, or we think we're not good at it. But if you continue to do it, you get better and better over time. So that is my correlation to Street Fighter. Thank you very much. I was going somewhere with that. I'm sorry that I bored you for 5 minutes.
It was like 12 minutes.
That was the point that I was getting to. So that is my corner.
Thank you so very much for sharing. You should be a story writer because you add so many nooks and crannies to everything.
Look, I'm painting the picture. I'm an artist. I paint a picture.
I'll make it more exciting.
What's your corner?
I don't know. Come on down to my corner, to mi esquina.
I'm sorry, what?
Mi esquina en español. I think that's what you say.
Okay, great.
I'm not entirely sure, actually, now that I think about it. Bad gay and a bad Puerto Rican.
Oh, Lord.
But we get a pass because, our Spanish is known as the slightly ghetto version of Spanish. Puerto Ricans.
The non-proper Spanish.
The non-proper Spanish. We are looked down at our Spanish because it's not proper. I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't got a corner this week. I've been saying that for a while now. I could tell you about the project I just recently did for school because that's what's taking all my fucking time is school. And but yeah, so I don't really have a corner this week, and I'm kind of sad about that.
I mean, that's okay. There are going to be weeks when you don't have one, or I don't have one.
Yeah. My sister, can you see it? My sister got us and her husband. This is my corner. Have got us these two things here that if you're listening to on the streaming, you're not seeing. So I apologize. It is a Mickey Fantasmic conductor because I used to be a conductor. Ooh, COVID.
Sorry.
Oh, how rude. And you saw how he faced me to take that sneeze?
I covered my... Anyway, go ahead with
this is what's wrong with people. Just, you've lost all COVID. Everybody wanted to wash their hands during COVID. Now nobody wants to wash their hands.
I see. Jesus Christ.
Anyways, I got a Fantasmic Mickey conductor. You can. I can't because I feel like I'm just going to throw this whole table on the floor now.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. It's like show and tell in school.
Oh, God.
So for those of you that aren't watching, I apologize. It is all the way from Disneyland Paris. This is a Mickey conductor, Fantasmic. It was made in China, though. but it's from Disneyland Paris. So I thought this was a really cute gesture. It touches into my previous life when I conducted high school band.
Were you in drum corps?
I was not in drum corps.
Oh, sorry.
I was just in marching band.
A drum line?
I'm a drum corps fanatic. But definitely never marched because I was a woodwind.
Which is, for the people that don't know.
I played the clarinet.
Okay.
And you can't play the clarinet at drum corps. I would have had to have learned like a brass instrument or the pit, which is like the xylophones and all that. And I didn't have that much talent. But you know what? Shawn has inspired me to never give up. So,
I mean, if you had tried it and stuck with it, you would have.
Maybe I'll go buy a trumpet and start playing the trumpet.
Okay, we're not doing that.
Well, this is going to conclude our episode this week. This is episode 38. Clearly, you're going to know that this did not come out on Sunday. But just a quick reminder to everybody, we are going to change our release dates going forward, just to give us a little extra time to get things situated because we were kind of rushing to get it out on Sunday. And we also learned that Wednesdays, Thursdays,
and Fridays.
Is it Fridays or Tuesday?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday
are the most popular days to release podcasts. So we're either going to go with Wednesday or Thursday. You'll find out when you listen to this.
To take a peek behind the curtain, now that we're doing video pod as well, we need time to edit the audio. We need time to edit the video so that they both are stellar products when it reaches your ears or your eyes. So
100. So thank y'all for understanding. You know, the podcast just lives there, so you could always go back and listen to it.
It does.
If you want to still listen to it on Sundays, then it's going to be there for you.
It will.
But thank you again for everybody who has come back, still listening to us. Any new people who are joining, share with your friends. We love to engage on socials. We'll definitely share with your friends. We'll engage with you. We're not going to have you follow us and not engage with you.
Yes.
But please don't try to sell me something. I have said this before. Don't come sell me nothing. Okay? Anyways, any last words for this podcast?
Last words are, it is Pride Month. I want everyone to be safe out there. I know that, not to make this political, I know that there have been things that have happened already, not exactly related to Pride, but more related to LGBTQ in schools issues. But, you know, I was talking to a coworker today, and she is going to Pride tomorrow. And she said, like, you know, I feel bad that I feel a little scared of going just because people out here are crazy. But then she also was like, that is exactly what they want you to do. They don't want you to go out. They don't want you to congregate. They don't want you to be out there and being proud and showing who you are. That is a personal decision for each individual person to make. But we also have to show these people that we are not afraid of them. And that, you know, if these corporations aren't going to have a backbone and have our back, we will have our own backs. And that is what this month is about. As much as it's about celebrating who we are, it is also about not being forced back into a closet or not being told that we are less than someone else, and that we will continue to stand up and be who we are. Sorry.
Thank you. It is stressful to keep him on time.
Look,
and now I can't like give him ugly faces because we're on camera.
I mean, you can.
I don't want people then to start writing in comments, oh, the little Latino got a badass attitude.
But you know? He does sometimes. Anyway, go ahead.
So do you. So you just sit your ass down and shit up.
What's your last word?
My last word is to book a vacation. Book a vacation. If you've been thinking about it, book a vacation.
Where are we going?
I don't know where we're going.
Oh, we're on an 8-day?
We're going on an 8-day cruise in September. That's your vacation. This train, y'all, let me tell you about this bright line from Orlando to Miami. I have been waiting for it for 5 to 6 years. I was the biggest advocate of it. I've been talking shit about it. I want to go. The prices are fucking ridiculous.
They're a little crazy.
They are a little crazy. But you know what? I'm still going to take it because the convenience of going on this train
Because I don't want to
and not have to drive to Miami is great. But, you know, $79 is kind of high from Orlando to Miami.
One way.
And you got to pay for bags.
$25.
So it's like, I mean, you have a better chance to get there than with a plane.
True.
But it was a little higher than what I thought. And maybe those prices will level out once they get service running. But
it's a convenience thing.
yeah. So if you're in Florida, we were going to soon have high-speed rail from Orlando to Miami. September 1st is the start date. So, you know, in case you want to go to Miami. And you may not, it might be cheaper if you don't have to take a bag.
Yeah.
We're just going on an 8-day cruise.
Right. We have to take a
There's a certain size you can take on board without having to pay. So like if we were going for a weekend, we probably wouldn't take the big one.
Yeah, because you are allowed carry-ons.
We tend to always overpack. But
anyway, let's wrap this baby up.
All right, y'all. So don't forget to follow our pod on your favorite streaming platforms or on YouTube. Subscribe to receive alerts when our podcasts or new episodes drop.
And don't forget to rate us and write a review. When you do, it really helps us out and really helps spread the news of our pod.
Spread the good word. And then join the fun along with us on our social streaming platforms.
Yes, you can follow us on Instagram at @Moss_podcast.
Or you can follow us on TikTok or Twitter.
Okay?
TikTok or Twitter at Moss_podcast22.
Ooh.
It's been a week.
All right.
Yeah, you want me to take your next line, or you can email us at...
Oh, yes, you can email us.
What the fuck are you today?
Manny and Shawn at gmail.com. That's MANNYAND.
SHAWN at gmail.com. I might as well just pre-record all this.
You should.
And then you can follow our YouTube page at youtube.com/ @MASPODCAST Moss Podcast.
You got it.
And got it. And don't forget, y'all, we have our Virgin Voyages volumes 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
For Ship Things are currently streaming only on YouTube. We're calling those our adventure podcasts. Those won't come to streaming, just YouTube, because it's impossible to do that into a YouTube. I'm not sure how we would show you on streaming the things we're referring to. So if you're interested in Virgin Voyages, definitely check them out. They are out now. We will have 2 more that follow coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
So as we like to say here at the Moss Podcast.
What is this accent?
I don't know.
Do something good for yourself.
And then do something good for someone else.
Self-care is important.
Self-care is very much important and very much appreciated here on the Moss Podcast. Thank you for joining us, y'all. We hope you had fun. I had fun.
It's been a wild one.
I clearly need to go read up on my gay history because don't know any of it, and that's kind of embarrassing.
It's fine. We got 2 apiece.
We got 2 apiece, so between us, we got 4 out of 10.
That works.
There you go. Teamwork. See, if we were doing a real trivia in like a bar, we would have gotten 4 out of 10.
We probably would have lost. Though.
We probably would have lost. Unless it was with a room of a lot of straight people that weren't familiar with gay history. But then they would be looking at us very weird.
That too.
Anyways, y'all, we're going to wrap this podcast up. Thank you for joining us. Happy summer. Stay hydrated. It's hot as hell out there. Our people in New York, I hope the smoke clears up soon.
Oh, yeah.
It look crazy out
it's
there.
It's just like orange there.
Yeah, by the time this comes out, it'll probably be cleared up. But
we hope so.
Just know we sent you our well wishes.
All right, guys. See you on the next one.
Bye. Running around in circles over you.
Are we on That's My Jam? Did you just mix 2 genres of music?
I did.
Okay.
Did you like that?
I mean, it was something.
I mean, she got the remix out now. So, anyways,
She got a
bye,
remix of that song
everybody.
out?
Yeah, it just came out. Are we going to talk about it? Okay, bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Maybe on the next podcast, we'll tell you about it.